Hello, my friend. How are you doing today? Today's December 12th, 2022, and I hope you're doing well. Just want to let you know what I'm working on today. I'm waiting for some books to be delivered, so in the meantime, these are a couple that I picked up at a local thrift store. This one is by Gore Vidal. He was a relatively famous American writer. He passed away 10 years ago. And the book is called Perpetual War for Perpetual Peace, How We Got to Be So Hated. And so I started reading this yesterday. It's a collection of essays. The first one is on 9/11, and I just finished reading a whole bunch of detail about that in the last book by Paul Hellyer. And so I finished the first essay. The second essay, I started it, was originally published in I forget, a popular Vanity Fair in 1998. It's around 35-page essay. It's quite long, about Timothy McVeigh. So these type of essays, they're rather dated, and I already went through similar sentiments from Noam Chomsky in his book Hegemony or Survival. And it's the same theme, right? It's about the misdeeds of the American war machine, and Gore Vidal gives his perspective. So that's a short read. It's, it's 160 pages, but I'll probably finish that today or tomorrow. There's not much I'm going to get out of that, to be honest, unfortunately. It's kind of dated, and I've already been through all that stuff. Funny thing is that it just led from one to the other. And similar to this one, in the book that I just finished by Paul Hellyer, again, one of his chapters, he had a full-page picture of Mahatma Gandhi at the beginning of the chapter. That was one of the last chapters on spirituality. And lo and behold, look what I picked up from the thrift store. How's that for synchronicity, right? And this I had gotten earlier, and I just didn't pay attention to it. And I just realized that, hey, the Bhagavad Gita according to Gandhi, and this is a really delightful work that Gandhi translated many years ago, and he was obviously a devout theist, and he takes into account both Islam and Christian teaching, incorporates it in his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is an ancient spiritual writing that is talking about battles between competing forces in ancient India, and it's an allegory for the condition of the human heart, whether he wants to fight or whether he doesn't want to fight, and all these evaluations that these it's a commentary. It's not a commentary, it's a dialogue that is recorded, and in this dialogue they're discussing various ideas related to human nature. And so I'm on chapter 3. I finished the first 2 chapters, and it's funny because it includes the phrase, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions." I wondered where that came from, and I wonder if this is on page 51. Right? Anyone who wants to live in such a state must give up everything which is likely to obstruct his effort. If all that we do is merely to indulge in fancies, it would be better not to think at all, neither good thoughts nor bad. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. This is why it is said that one may cast into a river a ton of thoughts and cling to an ounce of practice. It's within the context of what he's talking about is he goes on to talk about the necessity, or not necessarily the necessity, the benefit of fasting, and how fasting was promoted up until Martin Luther, and it was sort of abandoned by the principles of Protestantism that relied just on grace, right? So they said, oh, you don't need to go through all this difficulty because it's not going to get you any closer to God anyway. Whereas prior to that, it was an important part of the monasteries and in the Catholic tradition. Different bishops would encourage that and so on, all the way back, I guess, to St. Francis. That fasting was pretty much a big part of Christian practice, if you want to call it that. Anyway, all that to say, I'm looking forward to going through this very much. It's a very introspective and spiritual exercise. So those are the two that I'll be working on for the next couple of days until I can get my hands on those other ones that I wanted. But I just thought I'd mention how much synchronicity there is. I finished that short book by Carl Gustav Jung, his book called Synchronicity. And, he was a very academic guy. He was a very intelligent guy, but he really was blinded in a number of areas as well. And one of them was in the entire area of synchronicity, that he only saw it as a very rare occurrence. Whereas as I'm going through my life now, it seems like it's every day. Every day there's something happening that is connected from one piece to another. This connects to that, this connects to that. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that I don't know if that's something that I'm experiencing that is unusual, but I'm seeing synchronicity. Like, what are the odds that I pick up? Each book that I read leads me to the next. Now, I don't know if that's common for everybody else, but it seems like every book that I've read over the past year has had a thread in it that has pointed towards the next one and build upon the next one. And so all these teachings and thoughts are strengthening my psyche, strengthening my spirit, preparing me either for the next life or preparing me to be able to produce something of value, hopefully before I leave this reality. I'm hoping to be able to write something of substance moving forward. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. I have done a lot of writing in my life, but currently I'm basically just reading and studying. And I'm hoping that may reach an inflection point where I can shift into writing once again. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I'm hoping it does. But if it does, I think I'll be well prepared for whatever lies ahead. And so wherever you are in your life, I don't know if all that makes sense, but I just pray that you're blessed, that whatever it is you're going through, that you'll also appreciate synchronicity of how all of our experiences lead us to the next day. Every day that we've lived leads us to today. And today is a very special day because it is the culmination of all these past learnings and circumstances and experiences that you've had, so that you're ready for this day. And then this day will build upon the next day. I know that sounds elementary, but to pause and to appreciate it can be, I believe, empowering and bring strength and peace. I'm still got a lot to go. There's still a lot of buttons being pushed in my life everywhere I turn. People are constantly trying to get me to be upset. They're constantly trying to get me to be discouraged because of the condition that I'm in, and so on and so forth. But I can't let that bother me. So wherever you are in life, I pray that you're blessed. I want to say a special hello to some friends that may be watching this. My friend Abby, I pray that you're blessed and happy if you happen to see this video. And there's others as well. But I just hope whatever you're going through that you're doing well and that you're happy and healthy. I know it's a little bit confusing video today because I got a lot going through my head all at once. But just wanted to give you this update that I'm still studying, I'm still learning, and I feel like there's just a few more books that I need to finish, and then once I get through these two and two more, I think once I get through those, I'll be ready for a next stage that I'm looking forward to, and I don't even know what that is yet, but I can almost feel it in the unseen realm. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but thank you for watching. God bless you. I love you very much. Hope you're doing well. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, take care. Bye bye.